The OnePlus 12 has been a crazy and fun experience, and look, out of all of the phones that I own, there's something about the OnePlus 12 that just still makes me excited every single time I pick it up. After using a phone for 3 months, I want to talk about some of the real world features that this phone has. Are they still good today? Am I still excited about them today now that the honeymoon phase is over and gone with? Well, let's find out. And by the way, if you are new here and you like tech videos and especially long-term reviews, definitely consider subscribing. The value that the OnePlus 12 brings is honestly an eye-opener. This phone shows me how much other companies are ripping money out of our wallets. Even now, 3 months later, this phone tricks me into thinking it's $1,200 or $1,300, but no, it is $800 to $900, and if you buy used, you can get it for much lower than that. You will be hard-pressed to find a better phone for this amount of money. It is almost impossible. First of all, the battery is out of this world. I don't know how OnePlus did it. Maybe they put a nuclear reactor in this phone or something. But this phone consistently, again, keyword consistently, gets me over 8 hours of screen on time. I've never had a phone consistently do that every single day. Now, you guys know me. I reviewed a lot of phones during my YouTube life. This phone, 100%, I'm calling it right now, is the best battery that I've used in a phone. I do not need to worry about putting it into dark mode to help save that extra bit of juice. I have it set to scheduled, so during the night it automatically goes into dark mode, and then during the day it is, well, on light mode. I just never need to worry about battery life with this phone at all, and even if I do worry about it, it comes with an 80-watt charger. You plug it in, boom, 0 to 100%, 25 to 30 minutes. Now look, I love reviewing phones because I love helping people decide where to spend their hard-earned money on, especially in today's economy, right? We all feel that, bad boy. So to help me afford all these phones and to help me give you guys all these reviews, a quick word from today's sponsor, Trend Micro. Whether you're working from home, working with crypto, or doing some online shopping, hacking and scams unfortunately are at an all-time high. With Trend Micro's Premium Security Suite, you'll get access to maximum security protection for Mac, PC, Android, iOS, and Chromebook. After almost 2 years of using Trend Micro, one of my favorite features is the Password Manager, which generates hard-to-guess passwords, and it even has keystroke encryption, which protects you against keyloggers, which is a type of malware that can see everything that you type. Using the mobile app is super easy, and it walks you through everything that needs to be fixed, so you'll have the confidence in knowing that you're protected. The computer app is also user-friendly, and I love how you don't have to dig around to find the settings you're looking for. So protect yourself today by using the link down below, and make sure you use code MARK10 and you'll get 10% off your order. Now, there's actually recently been a camera update, surprisingly, which actually gives you the ability to change more focal lengths by tapping the same zoom toggle multiple times, as well as better color accuracy on the front-facing camera whenever you're taking photo in warm lighting scenarios. OnePlus also made the 2x portrait mode photos look better than they were before, so if you had any issues before, well, they should be fixed, so just make sure you're running the newest software. By the way, OnePlus, thank you for making your update screen so easy to understand. I hate with like other brands, you go to update your phone and it just says like new update, security patch, and stability. That's it. Like, give me some more info. Like, what are you exactly changing? OnePlus is so helpful. They're like bam, 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 bam. This is all what's new. There you go. How easy is that? So anyway, back to the cameras. The OnePlus 12 takes fantastic photos, and they even rival some of the more expensive phones out there. The photos are not too over-sharpened, and they fixed the issue where the photos looked ever so slightly dark. Personally, I didn't think there was an issue, but I guess people tend to like brighter photos a bit more. What I can say is that the quality has definitely gotten better, and I have absolutely zero complaints about the camera department. Another thing I've noticed and I really appreciate is how well this phone manages to keep cool. So you may have noticed with your phone, anytime you're outside and you're using the phone a lot, especially on a hot sunny day, you'll notice that your screen starts to dim automatically. Now it does that because the phone is getting too hot, so the phone automatically dims the display to help save a little bit of energy and to help kind of cool off the phone. But in doing so, you're actually ruining your experience because you kind of have to squint and see past the sun's reflection into the dark display of like what you're looking at, and that gets incredibly annoying. Now, thankfully, that issue is not here on the OnePlus 12. So, for example, it was around 87 Fahrenheit last night. Or not last night. That would be wild if it was 87 at night, dude. Oh, dude, no. I'm gone. What I meant to say was during the day it was 87. Here's the Celsius right there. Boom, the correct measurement, right? So yeah, and the phone did not dim at all. I was walking outside in the sun. I was using the phone. The screen stayed at the same basic brightness. You know, if it got brighter, it went brighter. If it got a little bit more dimmer in the shadowy areas where I was walking, the screen went down a little bit in brightness. It functioned the way it's supposed to. Nice. But for some reason, whenever I'm using my iPhone outside, the second I step outside and it gets a little too warm, boom, I cannot see my iPhone anymore. That is so annoying. This phone even manages to stay cool whenever you're fast charging it at 80 watts. No issues at all. It even wirelessly charges at 50 watts. This phone wirelessly charges faster than the S24 Ultra using a wire. Okay? That's wicked. That's wicked, seriously. OnePlus, you did a fantastic job. I'm tired of phones throwing all these fancy specs at us, like, you know, the S24 Ultra that goes up to 26 or 2700 nits of brightness, but then it starts to dim. Then you're losing that brightness. So why advertise it? Just because it can do it for like 5 minutes, you know? It just doesn't make any sense. Now, the panel itself has been nothing short of fantastic. OnePlus uses hyper rendering and hyper touch for things like gaming or just, you know, scrolling through a website, making sure that your experience is as smooth as possible. And it really does do the job. The animations and just the speed at which this phone does everything is incredibly impressive. Again, for the money, you would be hard pressed to find a more, well, hang on, let me choose my words carefully here. You would be more hard pressed to find a more stable, consistently stable, and smooth phone. The movie watching experience is incredible with that Pro XDR display, especially if you take a photo with HDR and you look back on that photo, it looks very nice and bright. The colors are nice and punchy. Honestly, this display is just amazing. Now, I do love the display on the S24 Ultra because it is anti-glare, so it really removes a lot of the eye strain, especially in those high brightness scenarios. And I also like that it's flat. But again, $1,300, you know, starting price $1,300, $800 to $900, and this display goes up to 4,500 nits. That is, again, this phone is just like, here you go. Oh, what am I getting? Everything. Now, I don't really like the curvy display of the OnePlus 12. That's kind of like, you know, if I had to really put a downside to this phone, that I would say that's my downside. Curvy display, not a big fan of it, especially if you use it without a case. Now, if you do put a case on, this is like one of those cheap $6 cases on Amazon. If you do put a case on, it kind of, you don't really notice the curve, but then you have like weird dust and debris buildup between the screen and the case itself because the screen's obviously curving into the case. So it's just annoying. Is it a deal breaker? Of course not. I'm not going to say don't buy this phone, it has a curved display. I'm not going to say that, but it's a little bit annoying. But if you're already used to having curved displays, this is nothing new. All in all, even after the honeymoon phase, the piece of dust flying around, even after the honeymoon phase is over and gone with, this phone is still super impressive. There's nothing about it that makes me, well, I lied. I wish I had a flat display. That's it. That's the only thing that I wish it did different. Just a flat display. OnePlus, please listen to me. I know I'm a nobody, but please listen. You know, a man can dream, right? Please put in a flat display on the OnePlus 13. Thank you. If you have a OnePlus 12, let me know your experience down below. Not only will you help me kind of be more familiar with my community, but you'll also be helping people that are also maybe thinking about kind of buying the OnePlus 12. They don't know much about it. They're going to be reading your comment. So not only are they going to be noticing my experience, they'll also notice yours, and it's a win-win for everyone. So yeah, that's it. If you guys enjoyed today's video, definitely click that like button. It's absolutely free to you, but it helps me and the channel out a lot, and I always truly appreciate it. And like I said in the beginning of the video, if you are new here, consider subscribing. This was Mark from Mark's Tech. Adios.